Repair Sector C was loud during daylight cycles, but at this hour, it hummed rather than roared. Cooling systems whispered. Plasma welders flickered in standby. Atmospheric processors breathed evenly. It smelled faintly of ozone and machine oil. Naira stepped through the wide maintenance doors. 3 technicians inside noticed her. 2 immediately gathered their tools and left. The third pretended to continue working until he felt the weight of her gaze. Then he left too. She did not tell them to. She never did. Naira moved to her usual corner, a structure column with clear sight lines to both entrances and the overhead catwalk. Always positioned with options. She set her pulse rifle on the workbench, detached the power cell, field stripped it with fluid precision. Every movement deliberate, every motion familiar. Weapon maintenance was ritual. Ritual created order. Order quieted memory. Cleaning rod through the plasma chamber. Wipe. Inspect. Disassemble again. Slow. Methodical. 6 Marines. The numbers returned. She did not allow her breathing to change. She never did. The main maintenance door hissed open. Naira's hand shifted toward her sidearm before conscious thought caught up. Footsteps. Unhurried, unarmed. She recognized them before she turned. Chief Systems Engineer Cassian Rourke entered carrying a diagnostics case. He paused just long enough to register her presence, then gave a short nod. Commander, not stiff, not afraid, not deferential, professional. Naira gave a single return nod. Cassian moved to an atmospheric distribution panel on the far wall. He did not leave. He did not make excuses. He did not rush. He simply opened the panel and began recalibration. Repair Sector C was loud during daylight cycles, but at this hour, it hummed rather than roared. Cooling systems whispered. Plasma welders flickered in standby. Atmospheric processors breathed evenly. It smelled faintly of ozone and machine oil. Naira stepped through the wide maintenance doors. 3 technicians inside noticed her. 2 immediately gathered their tools and left. The third pretended to continue working until he felt the weight of her gaze. Then he left too. She did not tell them to. She never did. Naira moved to her usual corner, a structural column with clear sightlines to both entrances and the overhead catwalk, always positioned with options. She set her pulse rifle on the workbench, detached the power cell, field stripped it with fluid precision, every movement deliberate, every motion familiar. Weapon maintenance was ritual. Ritual created order. Order quieted memory. Cleaning rod through the plasma chamber. Wipe. Inspect. Disassemble again. Slow. Slow. Methodical. 6 Marines. The numbers returned. She did not allow her breathing to change. She never did. The main maintenance door hissed open. Naira's hand shifted toward her sidearm before conscious thought caught up. Footsteps. Unhurried. Unarmed. She recognized them before she turned. Chief Systems Engineer Cassian Rourke entered carrying a diagnostics case. He paused just long enough to register her presence, then gave a short nod. Commander, not stiff, not afraid, not deferential, professional. Naira gave a single return nod. Cassian moved to an atmospheric distribution panel on the far wall. He did not leave. He did not make excuses. He did not rush. He simply opened the panel and began recalibration. Cassian Rourke had been stationed on Halcyon Reach for 12 years. long enough to see commanders rotate through like comets, bright, intense, temporary. Naira Solin was different. She had been assigned here 2 years ago after a decisive campaign in the Outer Belt. In that time, she had acquired reputation faster than most officers acquire promotions. She was efficient, strategic, and utterly alone. Cassian had noticed something most others missed. She did not come to repair Sector C to be seen. She came because no one asked her questions here. He adjusted pressure flow in the environmental grid. Sector 3's running warm again, he said absently, as though narrating to the air. Naira continued cleaning her rifle. Silence stretched. Not strain. Stretch. Strike. Metal clicks. Diagnostic chimes. The low, constant vibration of station rotation. 20 minutes passed. Cassian finished recalibrating the grid. He packed his tools slowly. Air should feel more stable now. Ira paused. She noticed it. He could tell by the slight change in her posture. Acceptable, she said. It was the closest thing to praise she ever offered. Cassian nodded once and left. He did not look back. The next evening, she returned. Cassian happened to be servicing coolant regulators. The evening after that, he was updating firmware in the repair drones. Coincidence? Oteti. First, by the fourth night, it was choice. He timed his maintenance rotations to align with her presence, not to intrude, to share space. There was a difference. Naira did not comment, but she did not leave. That was enough. On the sixth night, Cassian placed a thermal mug on the edge of her workbench before beginning diagnostics. Station coffee's undrinkable, he said mildly. This is marginally less offensive. Naira did not look at him. She finished reassembling her rifle. Then she picked up the mug, took a careful sip. Boss. Functional. Cassian allowed himself a faint smile. High praise. The following night, Cassian discovered a data chip beside his toolkit. No, he reviewed it in his quarters later. It was brilliant. Minor alterations in shield phasing that could reduce energy bleed by nearly 8% under sustained fire. It was not standard fleet doctrine. It was experience. He uploaded it into station defensive backups. The next evening, he left a manual near her bench, an older systems engineering guide annotated heavily in the margins. Practical insights, field modifications, unapproved optimizations. The manual disappeared. In its place the next day was a schematic for kinetic recoil dampening adjustments for ship-mounted cannons. They were not exchanging gifts. They were exchanging competence, respect without commentary. Cassian had spent half his life in deep space. He understood the difference between solitude and isolation. Solitude is chosen. Isolation is endured. Naira Solin endured. She sat in the corner each night like someone bracing against impact that never quite came. Her posture never fully relaxed. Her eyes never stopped tracking exits. Even here. Especially here. On the 10th evening, she spoke first. Primary atmospheric node in this sector fluctuates 0.4% under heavy load. Cassian glanced up. I'm aware it will fail within 18 months if uncorrected. He considered, you've been watching my systems. You've been watching my weapons. Beat, that's fair. That was the closest they had come to humor. At 0312 station time, The emergency klaxon tore through Halcyon Reach. Civilian mining convoy under coordinated attack. Long-range distress confirmed. Immediate response required. Naira was already armored when the second alarm sounded. Cassian saw her in the deployment corridor. Every line of her body sharpened. The softness, what little existed, vanished. She was not a woman then. She was calculation. Cassian noticed the tremor in her left hand as she adjusted her helmet seal. Microscopic, controlled, still there. Still there. She caught him looking. Environmental grid in Sector C is stable. She asked, "Yeah, keep it that way." He nodded. "Safe return, Commander." She held his gaze a fraction longer than protocol required, then turned and strode toward the hangar. "3 weeks. Combat reports filtered back in fragments. Skirmishes? Pursuits? Engagements." Cassian read between the lines. He increased repair bay efficiency by 12%, rebuilt the coffee dispenser entirely, improved acoustic dampening to reduce harsh echo. He left a mug on her bench each evening, even when it went cold. Routine mattered, presence mattered. Even in absence, on day 19, the fleet report arrived. Mission successful, convoy secured, pirate command vessel destroyed, casualties classified. Cassian exhaled slowly. He prepared the repair bay, not because it needed preparing, because she would. 22 days after departure, Naira Solon stepped back into repair sector C. Her armor bore deeper scars. Her gait was steady, but slower. She paused just inside the doorway, scanning, assessing. Then she moved to her corner. The mug was there, steam rising. She removed her helmet. Dark hair, streaked faintly silver at the temples, fell free. She sat. "Atmospheric grid is balanced," she observed. "Optimal," Cassian replied. Silence settled. Familiar? He did not ask about the mission. She did not offer, not AT first. She disassembled her rifle, cleaned it, reassembled. Then she spoke. 43 hostiles surrendered. Cassian waited. 61 did not. He did not respond immediately. The convoy, unharmed. Another pause. "Then your objective was met." Her jaw tightened. Objective? It was not disagreement. It was, wait, I chose to breach their command ship rather than wait for reinforcements. Cassian listened. Had I waited, the pirates would have targeted civilian life support. I calculated probability curves. I chose speed. She placed the cleaning cloth down. 61 lives ended in corridors I ordered cleared. Cassian set aside his tools. That's the burden of command. That's the mathematics of command, she corrected. And you feel the difference. She looked at him directly. Explain. Anyone who could make that decision without feeling it shouldn't be allowed to. Silence. Longer. You believe that, yes? Her shoulders lowered. Barely. That does not make it lighter. No. He agreed. But it makes it necessary. She absorbed that, not accepting, not rejecting, considering. From that evening forward, something shifted. They still worked in parallel, still exchanged technical observations, but now words occasionally lingered longer. She spoke of the Outer Belt campaign, not strategically, personally, how the silence after battle was worse than the noise. He spoke of losing a station once, structural failure, evacuation too late. They did not comfort each other. They did not dramatize. They witnessed. There is power in being witnessed. One evening, she asked, "Why remain here?" He shrugged. Systems matter, and people. He met her eyes. Some systems are people. She did not look away. Another distress call. Closer this time. Riz. Higher. Before departure, she stood in repair sector C, helmet under her arm. "If this mission fails," she said evenly, "Halcyon Reach becomes vulnerable." "It won't fail." She studied him. "You speak with confidence." "I maintain systems," he said. "You maintain outcomes." A faint shift in her expression. "Cassian?" The first time she used his name without rank. "Yes. If I do not return, ensure Sector C remains operational." "I will." "And the coffee dispenser." He almost smiled. "Fully operational." A ghost of something crossed her face. Then she sealed her helmet and left. The mission was catastrophic. Heavy resistance, unexpected reinforcements. Cassian monitored fragments of data from long-range telemetry, damage reports, hell, breaches, signal loss. For 12 hours, the destroyer's transponder went dark. He did not leave repair sector C. He recalibrated systems that did not require recalibration. He adjusted airflows by fractions of degrees. He waited at 0431 station time. The destroyer reappeared on sensors, crippled, alive. Docking clamps engaged an hour later. Medical teams rushed. Marines carried stretchers. Naira Solin walked under her own power. Barely. Cassian did not go to the docking bay. He waited in repair sector C, where she would come. The door opened. She entered without armor, medical patch across her ribs, bruised, exhausted. She moved to her corner. The mug was there, steam rising. She said, "No weapons tonight. Just stillness." He approached slowly. Atmospheric grid is stable. He sighed softly. She nodded. Good. Silence stretched. Then I miscalculated. His expression did not change. Explain? I underestimated their reinforcement window by 90 seconds. She stared at the far wall. 2 Marines died covering my adjustment. Cassian did not offer absolution. He did not offer statistics. He simply sighed. "You adjusted?" "Yes." "And the civilians?" "Evacuate." "Aqua?" He nodded once. Then the system held. Her eyes closed briefly. "You always reduce it to systems, because systems fail when they're ignored. And people fail when they're alone." Her eyes opened. She looked at him fully. The tremor was gone. Not because the weight vanished, because it was shared. Weeks passed. No alarms, no deployments. Routine settled like dust in sunlight. They spoke more easily now, still controlled, still measured, but warmer. One evening, she remained after finishing weapon maintenance, did not stand immediately. He noticed. "You can sit," he said. She almost smiled. "I am sitting without armor." She looked down at her hands. Bear? Yes. He handed her a mug. She accepted it without inspection. Cassian. "Yes, Commander." Ingra? "Ah. Correction." He inclined his head. "Nira. Era. I will likely be reassigned within the year. He absorbed that calmly. Stations change. Yes, but some things do not. He understood. I will maintain this sector, he said, whether you are here or not. She studied him. That is not what I meant. Beat. Silence, not empty. Full. They never declared anything. There was no confession, no dramatic shift. But one evening, she did not sit in the corner. She sat beside him at the central workbench, close enough that their shoulders almost touched. He did not comment, neither did she. Shared breathing, shared space, shared quiet. Outside the station viewport, stars burned silently. War would return. It always did. Orders would change. Assignments would shift. But here, in Repair Sector C, beneath humming processors and steady airflow, something had formed. Not romance in the conventional sense, not comfort in the shallow sense, but recognition of resilience, of presence. Months later, when reassignment orders arrived, Naira Solin stood one last time in Repair Sector C. Armor polished, transfer codes active. She removed her helmet, placed it on the bench. The atmospheric grid will require overhaul in 3 years, she said. I know. Upgrade the dampeners. Already planned. She nodded. Then, thank you. For what? For sitting? He considered that. Thank you for letting me. A long pause. The station hummed. The stars turned. She picked up her helmet, paused, then leaned down and placed a final data chip beside his tools. He would read it later and understand. She turned toward the door. At the threshold, she stopped, did not look back, but said quietly, "Keep the coffee warm." I will. The door slid shut behind her. Cassian stood alone in Repair Sector C. Not isolated, not empty. The systems hummed evenly. Atmospheric grid stable. Pressure balanced. He prepared 2 mugs that evening, placed one in her corner, left it. Ser. Steam rising into quiet air. Because in a universe filled with noise and fire and impossible choices, sometimes the most powerful thing 2 people can share is silence. And the knowledge that someone is there to hold it with you